I had a conversation with Adam Silver. I just told him, Adam, it's too much for me. It's all becoming too much for me. And I'm going to retire.
Rockets for the 10th and final spot. Bam! Oh, he got away.
Watch what he does to Patty Mills. Just pulls him back by the throat there. They're going to review that.
The next day.
Kuminga, well, Steph got one tee early. Steve just took a timeout. And you want to get away from Ray Acosta so this doesn't grow.
That's a huge blow in this type of game.
Against this team.
Draymond Green is doing it again, folks. He hasn't learned a damn thing from his therapy sessions, and Draymond Green now, once again, jeopardizing Steph Curry's playoff chances this season. It's quite stunning, the ways he's able to do this, right? Raise your hand if any of you believed that Draymond Green had learned his lesson, right? And that he had actually wanted to be better for Steph Curry and the Warriors. Raise your hand. I bet you nobody is raising their hands, because if you actually believe this guy was gonna get better, I have a whole bridge to sell you, and it's located in Baltimore. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. I'm sorry. I don't want to be canceled. I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay, bye-bye. Draymond Green is a boneheaded, brain-dead individual, but that's not the reason I want to make this video. I just want to make this video because this time, what Draymond is doing could actually harm Steph Curry's chances to make the playoffs this season, right?
Warriors, come out to play! Warriors, come out to play! Yeah, it's like that.
How much are you now kind of tracking the Rockets?
I don't give a damn about the Rockets.
This team is currently 1 game ahead of the Houston Rockets in the standings, 1 game away from potentially being out of the play-in picture, okay? That's how much margin for error they have. Very slim margins, okay? The Rockets on a 10-game winning streak, and guess what, boys? Next week, on Thursday, they're about to face each other, the Warriors and the Rockets. I bet you the Rockets will be hot by then, and I bet you the Warriors might be floundering, and Draymond Green might find a way to get suspended again. Who knows? Because at this pace, man, what he's been doing is actually insane.
The only word that popped in my head is selfish. This is a selfish move to do this to your team when they desperately have to have you.
And again, I just can't help but feel bad for this dude, Steph, man. He has to always write these checks that clearly is just too much for him, right? Look, I do understand. Look, God doesn't give anyone challenges they can't handle, right? But at the same time, that doesn't mean that he's going to overcome them, right? Draymond Green is currently making Steph write these crazy checks, okay? And fortunately for them, they did win this game against the Orlando Magic. And even that was frustrating for Steph.
Foul to give. Steph for 3. Got it!
Of course. Put him to sleep. Care how many threes he's made the whole game. It's winning time.
This dude did one of the nastiest night-night celebrations. He went the whole span of the court whilst holding that pose in, and then he kicked the chair in frustration after hitting the dagger three-pointer. I mean, this dude, Steph Curry, man, he's just unreal. But at the same time, they need more out of him because clearly his teammates are not going to deliver. So he needs to provide more, right? For his Steph and his team to make the plan, right? To stay in the playing position they're in right now. They need all hands on deck, right? All hands on deck. Steph Curry and the Warriors, right? Let's not talk too much about them. Let's get back to Draymond.
It just can't happen. I said what I said. I deserve to get kicked out at that point. We need to win games.
Man, this dude Draymond does not give a damn, does he? He doesn't care. And that's the problem. This dude Draymond Green knows that no matter what he says to the referees, it's going to take a lot more for him to get ejected out of games, right? This guy did a chokehold on Patty Mills. Let me just play that. Let me just play that again. Look at this chokehold, right? This guy legit is basically trying to tackle him with his fucking arm on his neck. And the referees they don't even call a flagrant. They don't even call it technical. They just leave it be. The reviewer, they had a review, but it was for something completely different. Like, it was so ridiculous. It was actually so ridiculous. And man, bro, like this league, I find it hard for myself to take this league much seriously.
But here's the thing with Draymond. He just truly believes that these guys don't have the nerve. You don't have the nerve to toss me. And at some point, you get a guy on a certain night, they've had enough.
The WWE champion of the NBA, Draymond Green, right? He's going to be allowed to do these things. And I don't think Adam Silver or anybody else like Joel Dumars is going to reprimand him for it because he's Draymond Green, guys. He's a star in this league. We can't have Draymond Green ejected in the pivotal game because he's Draymond Green. Look what happened in 2016. We don't want that to happen again. I don't care. I don't give a damn. Let it happen again because this dude is harming the game. He's harming the game. He's hurting the game as is with his antics. We cannot have this dude, right, roam free in the NBA. Let's be honest with ourselves. He should have never gotten, right, another chance at this season. He should have gotten suspended the whole season, right? He shouldn't have been able to come back this season. I'm not gonna lie to you. The NBA really dropped the ball on this one.
All I say is we need him. He knows that. We all know that. So whatever it takes to keep him on the floor and be available, that's what's got to happen, especially at this point in the year. So.
What do you think about the Draymond ejection?
Yeah, too bad. It was unfortunate. He deserved it.
Bro, it's so bad that even Steve Kerr is saying, yo, you deserve the ejection. He deserved it, bro. He deserved it. That's how bad it is. Even Steph Curry, man, he's hinting at it. We need you, bro. We need you out there, whatever it takes. You gotta be on the court. You gotta be available. And Draymond just decides, I mean, look, I'm just gonna temper myself. You know, I'm Mickey Mouse. I can do no wrong. I don't know why, but sometimes making that voice, it hurts my throat. Now, let's get back to more serious matters, boys.
Also on that day, Coach Kerr came to visit me after shoot-around. And we sat in the yard. He cried, I cried, because there's a bond there. We've seen it all.
The amount of times Draymond Green has stepped on the podium and said, oh, I regret my actions. Oh, man, I shouldn't have done this. Oh, my gosh. I'm so sorry I did this. Guys, I'm a better person now. The amount of times I've heard Draymond Green out of his own horse mouth say these things. I could be a billionaire if I heard it, with all the nickels I collect, with all the freaking dollars I collect from every time this dude has to try to apologize and have a PR move. This guy, he's not gonna learn anything. He's a lost cause. I really think he's a lost cause because we've seen this time and time again where he doesn't learn from his antics. He keeps on going. Sometimes he's even unapologetic about it, which tells you a lot from his mind frame. His mind frame is that he could do no wrong because he's Draymond Green. He's one of the pivotal pieces to the Warriors dynasty, and the Warriors dynasty, hey, they're trying to keep this thing afloat, right? Draymond Green, I wouldn't be surprised if he's a Piston next summer. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets rewarded with extra money this summer either. This Warriors team, I just don't understand what they're doing. Letting this dude Draymond Green roam free and just do all the things he's doing, right? They were freaking scared of Draymond Green when, you know, he was beefing with Kevin Durant. They suspended him. They disciplined him that. And now it's like, okay, ever since that happened, they're like, okay, let's not go too hard on Draymond and suspend him because well, look what happened with KD. He left. It's so weird that now they're all of a sudden so scared to discipline him. They're so damn scared of it. It's like Draymond Green could do no wrong in their eyes, but really, it's just that they're too much of a pussy to even do anything. Even Adam Silver, it goes down all the way to the top. Adam Silver and Joel Dumars, who obviously we know Draymond has had connections with. Joel Dumars doesn't want to suspend him. They want to try to rehabilitate him. What kind of nonsense is this? This is not a player that is worth rehabilitating. He's not a victim. He is not a victim of this, okay? This guy has clearly not learned from anything. He is clearly taking advantage of your kindness, empathy, whatever you want to call it. He's taking advantage of it. He's not a victim, okay? Clearly, he's playing the victim, and you should not buy into it. We all know this. We've known this from the beginning, but the NBA want to keep this charade going. They want to keep this bullshit going because, I don't know, it makes them money, I guess. I guess it does. Who knows? More people get to talk about it. More people get to, you know, watch NBA discourse about Draymond Green being ejected again. Hey, maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's the pivot. Adam Silver, he wants to make as much money as possible. I mean, heck, he's putting gambling legit in your face. He's trying to shove that shit in everyone's faces. Even down to the 10-year-olds that are watching League Pass. It's actually ridiculous. Hey, man, if this is the direction the NBA want to go towards, by all means, go ahead. But don't be surprised if there are more and more people like me that voice their displeasure. Not just that actively boycott your product, all right? That actively roots against the NBA's, you know, future. That actively wants the NBA to burn and suffer. Because these players are starting to piss me off. It's not just Draymond. We have the Ben Simmons. We have the James Harden. We have so many of these drama queens means these prima donnas, these divas, right? This goes into a larger conversation about not just Draymond, but the whole NBA as a whole. They gotta fix this. They gotta do something about this because this is getting annoying. And the solution is not for the owners to get too much power. That's not the solution. But honestly, that's probably what's gonna happen. The owners are gonna try to, get more power out of this, and obviously the contract situations, it'll be a bit unfair for some of these players that are playing. Mostly non-guaranteed contracts are gonna come back. Just like in the NFL, we're gonna have players signed for 3 years, but only one of them being guaranteed. That's the future. Hey, that's the bed these players have built for themselves. And unfortunately, the majority of the players who haven't done anything wrong are not having to lie on it. That's it, man. I'm done. Peace out.